Hello, I'm Sophie. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to me cleaning my room, because it's been pretty trashed by rearranging it finals week and Christmas, so I finally decided to clean it up.
Wave.
And, yes, my brother did insist on helping me for the beginning, and I probably started at the worst part of my room, my desk, because as the logic goes, a clean environment means more productivity, and as you can tell, you can see why I have not been getting anything done. Anyways, what better time to also talk about my plans for next year?
Alright, hello, friends. Sorry for throwing my shoes at you. In a video you will see later, actually next year, because already you're almost seeing this next year. I am doing a character lookbook, and I used every pair of shoes here. So it's a little chaotic. Anyways, to the projects.
I forgot to mention that this is organized by all my writing projects, so that's what's happening.
So, this year is going to be my sort of year of not finishing. I'm nowhere near finishing anything, but it's kind of like getting back into the swing of things, getting back into the process of like finishing stuff, moving on, finishing stuff, moving on, or, you know, like constantly stacking things to like get it all done. You feel? So, I have my thing right here. I also have it printed out on my wall as a constant reminder. It's kind of cute. Anyways, it's also not quarantine anymore. I am going to school every day, and then I also work every day. Not every day, but I work most days, so I'm gonna try and be a little more lenient. It's a little lenient. I tried to stack things in a way that wouldn't be overwhelming in one aspect of writing. Like, I don't want to draft 3 things at once or revise everything at one time and all that. I tried to stagger it pretty well, but, you know, things will definitely change as the year goes on, depending on how that goes. Because I'm also graduating early. I'm not doing senior year. I am taking my last few credits over the summer and going straight into college. So there's no break from school this year. Once again, trying to be lenient because I do not have any break from school except for, like, spring break. Awesome! Anyways, I got these shoes for Christmas. Aren't they awesome? The light's gonna change a lot too. It's a little cloudy out, so sorry about that. Boot number 1. And then I got these as well. I do not have space for more shoes, but I'm not complaining. Anyways, these are gonna go up against my closet. So, let me do that, and then I will get into more. Alright. These ones I wear more, so I'm leaving them over here. This year is also going to be, like, pretty Project Glass centered, because the thing is, I want to publish it first. Anyways, this is the Project Glass year, because for the most part, it's in, like, every major working month. And then for all my stories in here, like, I'm still working on Project What, still working on my sci-fi, my fantasy series, and then the 2 books in the trilogy after Project What. So all those, once the draft is supposed to be done, I give it a month, and then I'm revising it. And that's all in my little calendar thingy. Basically, I'm working on all of my, like, OG, like my 4 OG projects, I call them, because they're the ones I've actually worked on beyond, like, Nanowrimo. I'm working on, like, my 4 main. So, Project What, Project Star, Project Glass, and Project Quest. That's basically this whole year, and the books that come with it. So, not just Project What, but Project What and the rest of the trilogy. Not Project Star, but Project Star and the rest of the trilogy. You get it? Yeah. Okay. Time to move on to that mess back there.
So, my plan for school is essentially this, because I don't think I explained it very well. I'm finishing junior year in May with everyone else. Then, over the summer, I'm taking 1 class with my school, and then the other 2 that I need to graduate, I'm going to take with the community college near my house, and then I'm just going to transfer the credits. And then, when I'm done with that, which will be at the beginning of the fall semester, I'm going straight into community college to finish getting my prerequisite classes out of the way before I go to university and, like, start specializing in a field.
Alright, we are at the final leg of our cleaning journey, and it's time to finally, like, go through my plan for next year. So, like I said, this year is going to be entirely projects I've already started. You might be thinking, oh, what's Nanowrimo? I'll get to it. So, the first quarter, actually, I think I have this. hold on. So, first, before I typed it up, I did some thinking on paper. And basically this whole thing stayed, which was really nice. Alright, so the 4 quarters of the year are split up into this. First, the first quarter, catching up. So it's a lot of revising and like rereading and everything, catching up with everything. In January, I'm starting Project Glass Draft 1, and I'm finishing revising Project Star. In February, I'm rereading Book 1 and Book 2 of my fantasy series. Well, not rereading, because all I've done is draft them. Reading Book 1 and Book 2 of my fantasy series. And then I also want to finish the draft for my Nanowrimo project from this year, Project Jade. Because I really like that story and I want to see it completed, at least. Because I barely wrote it during Nanowrimo, but I just want the story done, you know? And then March is starting to rework Project Star and then also Project Quest. So rework Project Star to get ready for the next draft, and then start working on world building and replotting for Project Quest, because that one's a lot more long term than Project Star. Alright, and then for the second quarter, I'm calling it Moving Forward. So this is like, we're back into the swing of things, let's get moving. I already started Project What? Draft 3. That is already in the works. It's I've rewritten the intro twice now. I started it the way I wanted to, the way it started in the first 2 drafts, and then as I got closer to another scene, I realized that could be the opening scene, so I scrapped everything I had already wrote for draft 3, and I started over, and that's where I am now. It's very fun. So in March, my one goal is to finish draft 3 of Project What? That is 4 months. I'm hoping that'll be feasible, because it's gonna be like my main priority for these 4 months to draft, because Project Jade will be done and Project Glass will be hopefully done in 2 months after, so I can prioritize Project What until that's done, and then I can go through Project Glass. Then in May, since I'll be done with draft 3 of Project What, I want to plot out the next 2 books, which are called Project Moss and Project Rust because of the names of the books. And then also, since I'm done with Project What's draft, I want to start drafting Project Star, because those 2 worlds are in the same world, so I kind of want to work on them together so I can make sure they can meet up. And then, like I said earlier, I'm giving myself a month in between finishing a draft and revising a draft, just to let it sit, and so I'm not still on the high of finishing the draft. I can look at it with realistic eyes. So in June, I'm going to start revising Project What, hopefully finish it, depending on how large this story is, and then also start working on edits and everything, because I do want to send this out to beta readers again, just not as many as I stressed before. So in June, I'll be revising and editing and working on draft 3 again of Project What, and then also I want Project Glass's draft to be done. Draft 1 of Project Glass, since the first draft is my 0 draft. So, draft 1. I want that one to be done in June as well. 4 months for Project What, technically 5 if you count December, but 4 months for Project What and 6 months for Project Glass. Just because I have not been with that story in forever, so it's probably going to be a little hard to get back into it. And now, for the third quarter, which I am calling Settling Down. So, we're finally getting the hang of things. Things can start slowing down production-wise, and we can start like wrapping up some of the stuff for the year to get it out of the way before the last quarter, you know? So, July, for Camp Nanowrimo, my main priority is going to be finishing Project Star. That's what I should say about April as well. April's Camp Nanowrimo, my main priority is going to be Project What, and finishing that draft that month. Yeah, that's why I put it there. I forgot to say that earlier. That's also why I'm putting Project Star right here, because for July, that's my main goal. Finishing that draft. Yeah, cool. And now, the month gap for finishing Project Glass is over, so for August, my goal is to revise it. And then, in August, I also want to send Project What Draft 3 out to beta readers. It's not going to be 30 people, it's probably going to be like 10 people I know. So don't expect like another poll thing. It's just gonna be people that I know and who have already read the story. And then, I know I've already done this, there's a whole vlog on it, but I need to plot out the Project Quest series, the 4-book series, again. And I want to do this in August. Obviously, I'm not starting from scratch again. I'm definitely going to be using, like, probably 70% of what I've already plotted out, but it needs help. It still needs help. Wow. Alright, and on September, I will be trying to draft in its entirety the second book in the Project What trilogy, called Project Moss. This is going to be the 0 draft. It's probably going to be super short. I just want to get it done in that month, just to get the story out, because I want to see the whole trilogy in its entirety, even if it sucks. And then, like I said, this is the project last year. Right after revising, I immediately want to get into reworking. That will be this whole month, and basically for the rest of the year. Now, the final quarter, called Finishing Strong. Now, finally, I kind of jumped the 1 month gap for Project Star between finishing and revising, but now for October, revising Project Star. While that's happening, I also want to flesh out pretty well how the rest of my sci-fi trilogy is going to look. This probably won't be very in-depth, like in May how I want to plot out the rest of the Project What trilogy. That's going to be completely in-depth because I'm writing those two. For Project Star, I'm not going to be writing those crazy soon, so I just want a basic idea of the whole structure of the trilogy. Yeah. And then Nanowrimo is here. November, the big one. For this, I first want to revise Project Moss because it's been the month and I want to see how that's doing. But also, for Nanowrimo, I'm not starting a new project, like a whole new world, story, characters, everything. This is going to be the 3rd book in Project What. It's going to be Project Rust, and I am so excited for it. I'm ready for it. Alright, and then finally, for December, starting Project Glass Draft 2, it is time. We're gonna start it. I'm hoping I can get it done sooner and, like, start it sooner. I wanted to start it, like, at the beginning of the 4th quarter, but then I was like, NaNoWriMo's coming up, so I pushed it to the end of December. If things happen and I don't do NaNoWriMo and I start working on Project Glass instead, I'm not complaining, but I'm putting it in here when I want to start writing it again. Hopefully, I won't have to rewrite it entirely. We'll see. And then, finally, beta reader feedback for Project What is returned to me in December, hopefully. If I can get it out in August, give people those months, wanted to give everyone time to read it, so they're not rushing or feel pressured, you know? So yeah, that's my whole year. Like I said, hopefully it goes well, because I've got school, work, and then over summer I'm doing school as well, so it's not going to really be a break from that. But over the summer I get to dictate my own time for everything, so I'm pretty sure that'll be better. But that is the year. I am almost done cleaning my room now. All I need to do is my bed and over on the floor next to my desk, so let's do that.
Alright, that is basically it from me. Hopefully that all made sense. I kind of rambled on for like 20 minutes and cut it down and hope that it is coherent. Anyways, I saw my little Among Us stuffed animal and I thought it was time to show you all of my stuffed animals. But yeah, that's basically it. Thanks so much for watching, thanks for being here, thanks for hanging out, and I hope to see you in the next one, and hope to see you next year as well. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, peace. Wave. Wave goodbye.